Happy Saturday. You know it's not, but it's okay because life is too short. Okay, so I keep checking, and every time I check, I realize I am human. I'm still human, you guys. So I put out a video about my Scindapsus and my Philodendron update, and I was supposed to add this footage in, and somehow I forgot. I cannot believe I did, but I forgot. So we're gonna run with it. This video is a month update for my pothos. It doesn't contain all the pothos, but it contains the ones that were doing pretty good, that were still in water propagation, okay? At some point, I plan on taking, because I've been taking other footage, and I think this is where I kind of got confused. I've been taking footage because I want to create a timeline so that we can have a full view of how the plants did from the moment that I cut them to the time that I pot them up. So I will admit I did some videos up front, and then I'm taking some time to put them out. So this is partly why I forgot that I had this footage for that update video. But the other thing too is that I'm getting old. It is what it is. Okay, so this video is going to be somewhere around a 30-day update of my pothos. And what I'll do is I'll let the footage play of the audio that I did record, but I'm gonna walk you through it, and we're gonna go through it together because I still love looking at the roots of my pothos. They did phenomenal, you guys. You can see by the thumbnail picture that these guys did really, really well. And mind you, these are not even the winners. There were some from the original cutting, the footage that is going to go in the other video, that is phenomenal. So let's go ahead on and get into these roots, honey. Okay. Okay, so today I decided I want to pot up some of the cuttings that I have here that are the pothos. Well, I decided I want to pot up some of these pothos in here. So we're going to pull these roots out and look at them. And see, 30 days. Beautiful, beautiful roots. These are Manjula. These are my Marble Queen. The Marble Queen is struggling a little bit. I'm not sure that I had a healthy specimen to begin with, maybe, but I think in the amount of times that I've had her, I feel like she should have grown more now looking back. So maybe I didn't have the most healthy specimen, but we're gonna try to work with her as much as possible because she is showing some process, or I'm sorry, she is showing some success, but I think we could do better. We're gonna keep pushing though. I will say some of the jade that you're gonna see in this video was not cut 30 days prior. As I was doing propagations, I kept cutting the jade so that I would have that hormone to boost those other cuttings. So some of the jade you're gonna see here might have been cut a week before or the day or two before. So they're not 30 days. But these Manjula, the Marble Queen, the Neon, all of those were cut about 30 days when this footage was taken. I'm gonna let that go a little bit longer, one more week. I really wanted to get some of this in there today. Yeah, see, 30 days and no roots just yet. The Neon is another one. I don't know. I have two specimens of Neon, and one did really well, grows really well, and that's this one here. But the other plant seems to be a little shy. Like the rootings, the cuttings, the growth, all of it is a little iffy. So I don't know. Oh, the Manjula. Look at that. Beautiful roots, right? Gorgeous. More jade. Looks good. More jade. Looking good. And the thought is I'm going to pot this up in that water-loving soil, which is the one with the vermiculite, the peat, and the perlite. So I'm testing that out to see, and I'd already done it prior to this video on some other cuttings, but this was my first time doing it for these cuttings, of course. So yeah, I'm loving this. These roots look
This Manjula is really doing something.
Really, it is.
On all accounts. She is rooting well. She is growing well. She is doing it. I might need 2 cups for her.
I agree with me. This is kind of weird, but I like it.
This one has a new growth. Nice.
I cannot wait to show you what's happening now with those things. Ugh. I sort of miss my water propagations when they were all kind of together, all the different leaves together, Manjula, Jade. Yeah, so that's definitely, that wasn't cut 30 days ago. Neither was that one. That one actually has a new growth on it.
Oh, wow, look at here.
So yeah, some of my neon was struggling too.
A couple of roots, actually.
But this one was pretty good.
Yeah. This is the neon.
Yep. Some of them really did really well. That one had a little bit of rot on it, and I was able to cut the rot off
that great?
Without cutting the root.
I'm trying to rub the bush off.
But I can't remember.
There's a bush down here.
I can't remember whether that one made it or not, but I have
These
not.
leaves are looking really sad.
Yeah.
But I think she'll be getting some breakthroughs soon.
I haven't lost too many cuttings, so
there's some fresh water.
She's still alive, by the way.
Okay, we got some roots here. A little bit of root, right? And this one isn't too bad. It's not, but it's only, well, actually it's 2 nodes. So I think I'm gonna stick this in with this and hope for the best. Pretty decent. Okay, so this is all I have left in propagation now, in water propagation.
It's so pretty.
And I'm going to take this water and dump it out and put new fresh water in here. Okay, so I gave it some new water in here. And I rinsed the leaves off so they are getting some water, I guess, through the leaf. And I'm going to put it back on the shelf. This is my last bit of water propagations for the Pothos from the April video. This is the reverted Manjula.
Love these.
Manjula.
I love these.
I propagated, I want to say it was May the 3rd. I put these in. These are looking really good.
They did really well.
Get a look at these. Matter of fact, no. I'll keep it together. Ooh, let's get a cup for these. And I believe all of these have rooted somewhat. This is probably not enough to make me want to put it in dirt right now, so I'm going to put that one back. Same. Not, I see a new growth and a root, but I still feel like I want to let it do a little bit more. Just a smidgen more. Ooh, this one is nice. That one is pretty good.
Nice.
It's got right many roots. I feel like I want to get all of that off before I pot it up. That's going to go there. Look at this, 2 roots. Nice. I think this is good. I can put that. This Manjula has done really well. I think I want just a little bit more out of this. So I'm just going to let this, and I don't think it's going to take long at all.
It did not.
For that too. Oh, look, this one has a root, and it's got some roots coming out of here.
The root action on this Manjula is awesome.
Nice, and it's got a new growth. So it's got roots coming out of here. Looks like it's got a root coming out of here too. So I'm gonna let this continue to make its way.
They did really good.
Ugh, man, I tell you. This has 3 roots. I think just another week and she'll probably be really ready. So I'm gonna hold off on this one. And see, this is what I meant. Like, see, this isn't even in the water. This root, oh, you cannot see that. But this little baby root here, this little small one, this one here, is not even in the water. But yet she is coming out of that space because she's close to the water. So I'm not worried about them at all. I think they will do fine. This one isn't rooting, which is, I guess it is what it is. Some of them just take longer, right? But she has no roots, so she's going to go back.
She caught up,
here.
trust me.
This one has 2 pretty good size, nice, pretty roots. I'm noticing the plants that seem to grow really well for me are ones with really thick roots. I think that's what I'm coming to the conclusion. Okay, this one is doing pretty good. But I think one more week. I don't think I'm ready to pot her up just yet. I think one more week and she will be ready. And this was and I'm really surprised because I've been looking at this entire week and I'm thinking, oh, she is not gonna make it. I don't know. And here she has a whole 2 roots, it looks like. I don't know if that's a root or not, but this little part,
she's from the jar.
off and see what happens.
She's from the infamous jar.
No, that's just plant scum. Yuckity yuck yuck. All right, I'm getting that off. Okay, so more plant scum. Wait, I'm not wiping hard, by the way. I'm just kind of rubbing it across the paper towel, and this paper towel has texture to it, so it's kind of just gently sloughing this stuff off. At least
I needed all these cuttings because I don't have a lot of cuttings of silvery ink.
So here's the root, and she's got a little bit of root coming out of, oh man, it's hard to see from here. Girl, get it together. Here.
Me and my camera angles.
Oh, it's so hard to see. From here. And of course this root. And she's got a little bit of white sticking out of here. So I'm going to let her stay in water just a little bit longer. She does not have any friends to join her in her pot. So I don't want to put one cutting in dirt. I need to conserve as much dirt as possible because I won't have much of this left. So I'm going to do the same thing. I literally run water over top of the whole shaft of the cutting, change the water out, and keep her here. And I think I will pot up what I have.
If you're enjoying this content, go ahead on and give this video a like. And if you're liking this content, then you'll definitely love this community. So go ahead on and subscribe to this channel. All right, let's get back to it.
Okay, here she is, all showered up, clean feet, and I'm going to pot these other cuttings up. Actually, no, these aren't ready. Okay, so this was, I'm gonna label these before I forget.
I'm checking some of the ones that I had already potted up in the dirt before.
It's a month.
So I'm realizing now that it's been a month since I cut the pothos altogether at the time of this recording, of the footage recording. So I need to label everything, otherwise I will forget. And I wish I had labeled with a number so that I could go back and give you an update on the individual footing, but I'm gonna figure it out, because in that video I'm gonna show the progression before I pot them all up. So I'm excited. So hopefully I did a good job of documenting everything, because
so we about to open this. Oh, I see roots. I think I see roots right here. Ooh, interesting. It's got roots right there.
So this is me realizing that the water-loving soil is actually working. I have not lost any cuttings from this process. The only cuttings that I've lost were in water propagation, in the water. And I just think that they would have, died anyway, because they were either weak plants or that part of the cutting didn't have enough life in it. So sorry for the camera angles. I think I was tired that day. I've been filming for probably like 4 hours, so I think I just ran out of juice.
Okay, that was real smart. Okay, well, there's that.
So yeah, there was a lot of tapping and patting. So I sped through a lot of this, because unless we're actually, repotting together, there's just a lot of repetitive things going on. So these are a lot of the jade that I cut in between the initial cut and this actual date to help foster the other cuttings, and they rooted so quickly, like 7-8 days, and they were like good size roots. So
rinse.
I still haven't counted up how many actual propagation cups that I have, because I still have some wet sticks that have not completely rooted as of today, the real day. But I'm excited for that number. I don't even know how many I have so far. I should probably count that up. So yeah, this Manjula, she rooted so well. Like, oh, I love it. I'm so excited about what this Manjula is gonna look like when I put all these babies in. Fussing about the dirt, the wet dirt. Gotta document. It's the scientist in me. Yeah, those are no longer in the water-loving dirt. I tried not to leave them in there no more than like a week or two. This was just to kind of acclimate them to being moist and not wet anymore. I really don't even think these pothos needed that, but I was experimenting, so. Yeah, cleaning up. My squeaky chair. Yeah, she looks good right there. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about all of these, actually. But yeah, none of these are still in this dirt right now. They have all been transferred into a cocoa core mix of dirt that I plan to keep them in forever. Well, for the long run. And what I want to do at the end is when it's time to pot them all together. So I'm going to propagate the mother plant and these together. And because they've already been repotted in the soil that I want to use long term, then I won't have to disturb them so much. I could just pick them up and put them in the new pot with everything together. And hopefully I can just keep it nice and compact. So this is just a glimpse into the propagation box. These at that time were the pothos that hadn't rooted yet. And I don't have room. I don't have room in here. I absolutely thought I was going to lose some cuttings. So I was just thinking, oh, I'll have room because some of these will die off. And none of them died off. Maybe one or two died off in the propagation box, but they were wet sticks. They weren't even that one. Even that one yellow leaf.
It's just that one.
Even that one yellow leaf survived. So I'm trying it, but spoiler alert, it's not gonna work. So yeah, my thought too here was that I wanted to keep the soil moist. I did not want to have to water this soil because that's when it becomes really compacted. Right now it's nice and fluffy. It's got air in between it, but it's really moist because it has vermiculite in it. But I felt like if I watered it, it would compact it and then the roots would be suffocated. So I didn't want to have to water it. So I wanted to keep them in a propagation box to keep it nice and moist. What ended up happening was that I did not keep them in that soil for too long. I did keep them in either a propagation box or the bag, but I will admit the bag lasted maybe 3 days and then they were out. So it did the job at the time, but it wasn't something that I kept it in there for long term. It was too much. It was too much, and I didn't have enough bags to do everything. And I trusted that these pothos were going to do well, so they really didn't even need it. the first couple days, even after, I still kept and still to today, even as I transitioned them from out of the water, I only did this though to the water propagating plants. Anything that propagated as a wet stick in sphagnum moss or just as a leaf cutting in sphagnum moss, I did not go through putting them in this water loving soil or putting them in some sort of container to keep the moisture. I didn't do that. I only did it with the ones that I water propagated. So here's me misting the bag to kind of create a little bit more moisture in the bag. But like I said, this really didn't last long. That was a metal container I had them in, so I was a little worried about the container rusting. So I didn't keep them in there long, and it didn't need it. It honestly didn't need it. So this was my 30-day update to my pothos. My pothos are doing fantastic. My Scindapsus, my philodendrons are all doing fantastic. The mother plants are doing fantastic. I'm loving this process. I'm super excited. Now, of course, there's a big part of me that's like, oh my God, I could buy another plant and make this bigger with instantly. But I'm excited about actually growing the plant bigger and that plant being something that I've had in my care for a very long time. So I'm loving the process. I cannot get enough of it. Yes, I'm loving it. So if you are following along, if you're loving this content, give this video a like. And like I said, if you're loving this content, you would enjoy this community. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If I haven't said it already, or if no one has said it to you today, have a great day. All right, bye.